Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo! I see. Did I surprise you? Peekaboo! I see you because we're all YouTube famous now. Available in 2021. The album, Dad AF. The Lonely Doll Edition. Rock on! Boost! Gold Dust Woman! How are you guys doing today? Should we get into the drama? Should we get ding-a-ling-a-ling, shabalang, dang, ding, dong, ding? How's the drama phone? Hold on a second, Jane. Let me tuck my hair behind my ears. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? What? The Women's League tonight. I'm so excited. Yes. Well, I have some points for discussion tonight. Well, I thought we should do a bit of charity. Charity, you know, charitable gals, that's you and I. Charitable gals, always giving to the world. That's what my husband Don says. I know, I'm so giving. Anyway, not like his lady friends. What? No, I have points of discussion. I think that we should start inviting some lonely gals to the lonely women's the women's league. Well, no, I'm not lonely and you're not lonely and we have each other, but there's so many lonely gals out there that I thought we should every week we could have a guest of honor. A Lonely Hearts Club, so to speak, since we're coming up on Valentine's Day. Well, actually, I was thinking about inviting Jeffree Star. Well, he seems so lonely. It's just him and his Louis Vuitton, and him and his Gucci, and him and his Monn, and him and his houses, and he just doesn't he, Jane? He seems so lonely, Well, I'll write up the invitation and we'll send that out to Mr. Star. Do you think he'll come? What do you think he'll bring? You think he'll make us some of those cookies with those cookie cutters that didn't sell out on his website? No, I didn't buy any. Did you? You didn't either? Well, maybe we can find him in the Goodwill. All right, Jane, I love you too. Okay, goodbye. How are you guys doing today? You know, when the book comes out, we're going to be talking today. The book's upside down. You know, when my favorite book, The Lonely Doll, okay, by Dare Wright, you know when it comes out, we're talking about some Jeffree Star today. So, Jeffree Star came out. Did you hear about all this? Okay, Jeffree Star the last 24 hours has been in a lot of kind of like drama that isn't like not tons and tons of people are talking about. But then he puts this video out, which I thought was interesting today, and he titled the video, well, hold on a second. He may have changed the title, because you know Jeffree likes to change titles, and I do believe that he will be changing this title as well. Oh, by the way, I just want to say this. Woo! I just got the news since I just posted this on my Twitter and on my Instagram. So, first of all, Mel, my book club partner in my true crime book club, or a true crime book club, our true crime book club, we just picked our February book, and it will be announced on my BookTube channel. It has already been announced on Facebook and Goodreads. Mel posted it over there. So that's the first exciting thing. It's a really good book. Well, I'm hoping that it's going to be a really good book, but it's an intriguing story. The second thing is I have started Peter's book club. In January, we are reading Saint X. And by Alexis Shaken, and I am in the middle of it, and I'm like almost halfway through with it, and it is so good, you guys. It is really, really good. But the other thing I wanted to say is that I've been working, so I'm trying to work with publishers every month to put a book out and do a giveaway and all this kind of stuff, and I have been working with a publisher of one of my favorite authors. I'm so excited, you guys, for my February book, of which I will be announcing on February 2nd. Okay, that's important. People were trying to figure out like what the book was, and I put hint, and it's about, I'll be announcing it on February 2nd. Keep that in mind. But, okay, I just got the audio and the hardback version of it. I'm so excited, and they are going to be doing a giveaway as well. So, last month, Celadon Books did a giveaway, and the publisher that I'm working with in February is doing a giveaway too, so I'm so excited about it. So anyway, all right, let's get into all the drama. Listen, I know people think over here, they're like, oh yeah, Peter, the drama. Listen, okay? I got 2 book clubs, a drama channel, I got a booktube channel, okay, I have a review channel where I got to review the haul that I did, a food haul, and then I have my Peter Does Stuff channel where I'm just posting videos. Thank you for all the support over there. I'm having so much fun where I'm doing, the other day I showed my color changing lights from This Little Light of Mine, but I'm gonna let it shine. But anyway, in my bedroom I showed, no, not that family friendly, but I showed all the color changing lights in our lamps, and then I just showed videos of like what's under my sink and walking in the woods, and I love that channel. I'm having so much fun. And then my Peterisms channel has gotten so much support in the last couple months. And what else? What other channels do I have? Oh, and my daily vlog. How could I forget that? It's my Hearthstone. You know, I vlog over there for like an hour and a half every day. I think today's was like almost right at an hour, just a little bit less. So anyway, and you know, and then I gotta take my dogs out every hour and keep up with the Netflix and make love to my husband. I mean, listen, okay? And tonight I got my home group for my 12-step meetings, and I gotta go pick up my good Judy Tanya Jean, and then tonight's our night together. So, you know, it's like, listen, I'm a busy person, okay? I'm a busy person. So let's talk about Jeffree Star at 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay. So before we do, I think that I need to refer to Boys and Girls of Drama class. Are you ready? Do you have your number 2 pencil? Because there will be a Scantron test at the end of this. Okay. Wouldn't I have been such a good, like, surly librarian back in the day? Boys and girls, today we are going to be reading The Lonely Doll by story and photography by Dear Wright. Do you guys want to know what is so funny is? I got this at a garage sale when I was a little kid. I can totally remember because I got it with this stuffed animal called JoJo that I still have, okay? And my mom wrote in here, Monn, so don't try to steal it from me, okay? But anyway, I do personally, I have to tell you, I think this is one of the most beautiful books in the entire world, and the pictures are so pretty. And, oh, who's that? Thank you, Paul. But anyway, I have to tell you, one of my dear good Judy's, Teresa, she made me, and I don't have anywhere to put it yet, so because we're redoing our condo this year, but she made me this fantastic picture of all of the pictures from in here. She took them out and she reprinted them, and then she put them in this collage in this huge white frame, and it's gorgeous. I'll have to show it to you in the basement sometime. So it's no joke. I really do love this book, right? But today we're going to read The Lonely Doll, The Life and Times of Jeffree Star. The Lonely Doll. There she is. She's looking out of her window at the House of Calabasas. She's waiting for the Louis Vuitton man to deliver her stuff. Once, this is to Edie. From Grey Gardens, I wonder? Okay. And to Blaine, who introduced me to Edith and the Bears. Okay. Once there was a little doll. Her name was Jeffree Star. She lived in a nice house and had everything she needed. Every Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Balmain. She had tree trunks that were made into Louis Vuitton. She had every car she could ever want. What color? Pink, you might ask. She was very lonely, though, because she had nobody to play with. Here she is. She's praying. I don't know to who, Satan, probably. Every night when she said her prayers, she pleaded, "Please, please, Satan, send me some friends." Every morning when she drank her Red Bull all by herself, here she is, she's drinking a Red Bull with a spoon, she sighed and wished for company. Every day when she fed the pigeons out on her back porch, okay, smoking a blunt, having a Red Bull, she'd beg, "Please stay and talk to me." But the pigeons just ate and flew away. Then one morning, Jeffree Star woke up and looked outside. And who was it but the Louis Vuitton delivery man? "Here you go, Jeffree. Here's all the Louis Vuitton you could ever want." Louis Vuitton sat. Jeffree Star then sat and clapped his hands with joy. "You must have found me because I wished so hard," he said. You think that's it? I don't know. I think it's because I paid a lot of money. Jeffree Star sat on the floor of his closet and looked at his Louis Vuitton and his Gucci and at all of his new cases and said, "You, my dear, will be my newest friends. Thank you for coming to stay with me." Unfortunately, the Louis Vuitton packages did not speak back. The boxes just sat there and looked at him and looked at him. And he said, "But why are you not talking to me? I paid you enough, didn't I?" And the moral of The Lonely Doll is you can buy all the Louis Vuitton in the world, but it won't talk back. It won't do it with you. I mean, maybe. I don't know how you do that. But anyway, it's just a lonely life sitting on the floor looking at your Louis Vuitton. But isn't that that's so nice, isn't it? My husband and I, literally, after watching RuPaul's Drag Race last week, we cannot stop saying factory. Simone, when she said factory, flag factory. All right, so let's talk about this. First of all, the big thing that came out was, I don't know where I can, I don't have my reading glasses on, but I do need my lip gloss. My Manny MUA Lunar, oh my God, I'm almost out of this one. I just ordered 3 more. How do I go through this stuff so quickly? I'm gonna have to get on there and order some more. I hope they got some color that matches my face. Seriously, I've gone through all of the shades over there on Lunar Beauty. Don't act, Manny, don't act like you don't got some, that Celine or Enchantment, okay? Sitting up in some boxes that you can't release, okay? I'm tired of all this shadiness, Manny. I know you got some Celine over there you're sitting on, probably. Anyway, let's get into the receipts. Okay, so I started getting messages about all kinds of stuff last night. Somebody sent a message, or sent me a message with, apparently, Maddie, who is Jeffree Star's old assistant. People have been speculating about this Maddie thing forever, okay? Because they unfollowed each other, supposedly, on Instagram, and whatever. And people are like, what's going on with Maddie? Maddie doesn't work for Jeffree Star anymore, yada, 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 okay? People have been speculating this. Now, I have to tell you, I was only sent this by a couple people, so I was kind of surprised. And I didn't honestly go in and look. I guess I could. But somebody responded, or somebody said something to Maddie on her Instagram, did Jeffree fire you? And she responded and said, no, I resigned from my position. Which I think it's very, very interesting that she's, saying that. I'm sure, this is the thing, people are like, will she come out and talk? Well, she say about Jeffree Star and blah, blah, blah. She ain't gonna say anything, okay? Now, do I believe that these people have their friends sign NDAs? Yeah, I think some of their friends have signed NDAs. I think Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star have NDAs on each other. But do I think that their employees have NDAs? Oh, absolutely, 100%. And quite frankly, okay, when we want to talk about this NDA and who signs NDAs and who doesn't, they're non-disclosure agreements, which means that you aren't allowed to speak about whatever the contract says. Like, you can't say anything that you saw or heard me say or do from the point of hire to the point of, termination or whatever. But I think that's not just a celebrity thing. Like, I think people that are pretty, high up in their fields or whatever, I think, yes, celebrities, but, CEOs of corporations and things like that, probably most of them have NDAs for their employees, don't you think? I think there's, most companies have, no-compete clauses and things like that. So do I think that they have NDAs? Yeah, and I think that that's probably appropriate. So do I think that Maddie will be coming out anytime soon and speaking against Jeffree Star? Absolutely not. No, I don't think she will. But do I have any speculation as to why she left? No, I do think it's interesting that you have been with this person all this time and, they've given you kind of this crazy life and whatever, and then you just decide to walk away from it. Who knows? Probably a personal decision, though. It'll be interesting. I think more will probably come out about that. Then I don't think it'll come from Maddie, but I think that other speculation will come out about all of that. So anyway, best of luck, Maddie, to whatever your further ventures are, now that you have left being the assistant to Jeffree Star. I can't imagine what that might entail, though. I'm sure that that's have a job. Then last night, I started getting sent all of these DMs. Now, a lot of people have talked about this on Twitter today. I actually wasn't going to say anything about it, and then I was like, everybody's talking about it, so I am including it in a video, because if everybody else is going to talk about it, why wouldn't I? But I started getting all these people, and it was so funny, because one person said, oh, I thought I'd be the only one that sent it to you, because I was like, why is everybody sending this to me? I should give a shout out to this person. Hold on a second, if I can find them. But apparently, Jeffree Star Cosmetics was allegedly broken into and robbed or something last night. People started sending me the 911 call. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here it is. Okay, so let me give a little shout out to a Basil. She sent it to me, and I said, how am I getting sent this by so many people? Do y'all have police radios? LOL. And she said, it's an app, citizen app. And she said, darn, thought I would be the only one, LOL. So I want to give a shout out to her. But I got this from a ton of people that they actually sent me the recorded 911 call. And it's you guys can go find it on Twitter. I'm not going to play it on here. But anyway, that's sad, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't want anybody's business to be broken into. And this isn't the first time. This is, I think there was the major break-in, and the major break-in that Jeffree Star talked about several years ago, which is interesting because do we ever find out what happened with that? I mean, he was like, we will find out what happens about this. And then do we ever find out what happened about that, the release, the formula, and all that kind of stuff? You know, the only thing I will say is that when you start, like, when you have the same story repeat itself over and over and over again, that is interesting to me, you know? But I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish anybody to be broken into, or especially their business or anything. I think that's horrible, you know? So anyway, I wish them all the best and trying to figure out what had happened with that. What had happened? I haven't said that in a long time. You guys, I used to do so many Janis Joplin quotes. I totally forgot about that. What had happened was, do you guys remember that? Like, I used to talk over here about Janis Joplin and how she went on the, I think it was the Dick Cavett show, and he said, are you going to go to your high school prom, which she did, or high school reunion, which she ended up going. And he said, did you go to your prom? And she said, I think not. I think not. I love Janis Joplin so bad. It's so sad what happened to her, isn't it? People are always like, oh, you praise Janis Joplin. I'm like, I don't praise Janis Joplin, but she was one of the most fantastic singers we have ever had grace this planet. And I think that she is a prime example of what happens with untreated addiction. And it just breaks my heart, you know? And I can remember when I was in college, just took a little bit of a segue, didn't it? When I was in college, I was actually taking a jazz poetry class. And I'll never forget that my instructor wrote on there, he said, because he knew about my addiction stuff and how bad it was, and I wrote a poem or something for this class, and it was based on a Nina Simone song, Hush Now, Don't Explain. I don't know how I remember that. I should read that on here sometime. Hush Now, Don't Explain. But anyway, I love that Nina Simone song, and I'm a big Nina Simone fan anyway. And so anyway, he wrote on my poem, I'll never forget, and he said, Peter, he was like, please take care of yourself. Do not burn out in a frenzy of creativity like Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and he listed like 4 other people. And it's true, you know, it's like so many people, you know, are just, it breaks my heart. You know, every day people are dying to addiction that are artists, musicians, you know, attorneys, hosts at Walmart, mothers, fathers, children. And it's why I talk so much about sobriety, because I don't talk about it, I live it. It's every bit of my being every single day of my life. That's why I was just saying, like, I'm going to my meeting tonight with my best friend, and I'll see a bunch of my friends of mine, and you know, it's important for me to show a living example of what recovery can be, because we're not a glum lot, and we're having a lot of fun. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there while I was talking about it. The next thing that happened was Jeffree Star responding to being canceled, okay? Now, I'm sure that he is going to change the title of this video, so I screenshot what he called this video. I'm sure like in a day, okay, the video is called, I Got Canceled Again, ... So I had a $200,000 shopping spree, okay? And then so I'm sure in like 2 days it'll be called My Personalized Louis Vuitton Luggage or something like that. So let me tell you what the video is about. He does not, how many minutes is it? It is 16 minutes and 55 seconds. He doesn't mention anything about getting canceled. He doesn't talk anything about that whatsoever. Of course not. He's going to put it in the title to get views, because this is how he addresses things that he thinks are funny. And actually, if you go underneath here, the top comment that I noticed that somebody put was right underneath here. Somebody said, say what you want about Jeffree, but the way he deals with drama will always be iconic. Actually, I will say what I want to say about Jeffree Star, because I'm a commentary channel. And that's what I do over here, okay? Do your job, know what your job is, and do it well. And so when you come over here, you know you're going to get from me what I have to say, okay? And what I have to say is, no, I do not believe that how Jeffree Star responds to drama is iconic. I think it's pathetic, and I think it's sad. I think it's a lack of accountability, and I think it shows that he has literally no emotional growth. That's what I think. That's just my personal opinion, though, okay, on a public figure. So anyway, to go into a video, okay, based on the fact that his wig person, Hair by Jay, this is the being canceled that he's referring to, came out and fat shamed a woman, body shamed a woman, made fun of her skin, threatened a woman, okay? And that was what was the beginning of this Jeffree Star cancellation. And then all this stuff that has come about of Las Vegas. And now you have to remember, you have to go back and talk about the Tab David video, and that Jeffree Star, or that Tab talked about how Jeffree Star talks about people. So he is implicated in all of that. So this cancellation that we're talking about is talking about people in really disrespectful ways, being cruel, being hurtful, ditching them, whatever, okay? And I'm not making any excuses for Trisha Paytas when I'm saying this. I'm just saying this is how he treats people, okay? And then not coming out and addressing anything, all the issues from the past, okay, which people want to say, oh, he's canceled again. What? Over racist allegations from the past? That's not, that to me is not even, like, this whole idea of, like, canceling and all this kind of stuff. There's people that are going to always still watch you, so this, I don't know. Like, I really believed in cancel culture for a while, and then I was like, they're only canceled if you stop watching them. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about all that. But the thing is like, all of these serious allegations, the reason why it's not iconic is because it's really, like, hurtful, damaging stuff, and he just thinks it's funny, okay? That's not iconic. That's pathetic, okay? It's sad. And the reality is he's just one of millions of Americans that feel the way that he does, okay? Like, that's the even sadder part of all of this, right? So I don't know, when you make a comment like the way that he deals with drama is iconic. I guess if your best friend was being fat shamed, would you think that was iconic? Says a lot about you out there. And she wasn't the only person that commented on that, okay? It was a lot of people that commented about that on there. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about this statement. You know what I mean? But anyway, to go on, the whole video is about the fact that he has this project that he's been working on with Louis Vuitton, in which Louis Vuitton made him this customized luggage, this trunk, this pink trunk, and all this kind of stuff with all of this hardware and acrylic inside and blah, 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 whatever. You know, it's like at some point, like, when you have so much of something, does it even mean anything to you? There was actually a really sad part of this video, and it was when Jeffree Star was like sitting on the floor and he was just kind of looking up at this trunk, and I thought to myself, you have nobody in your life that really cares about you. You are the common denominator between every in friendship. I've said that on here for years, okay? And, you know, like, you have nobody that really wants to spend time with you. It's just about your business. You don't seem happy, whatever. This is all false. It seems like fake happiness to me. And then your happiest moment is sitting on the floor looking up at this personally designed Louis Vuitton luggage. That's sad. Like, that's really sad. And actually, there were some comments underneath here, and people kind of responded to this, and they said, I don't know if I can see it, but they said, cool, bro, money, so cool, haha. And then, someone said, no one cares about your shallow, consumeristic existence. You're a sad human being who only cares about the money and stuff. Truly horrifying. And someone said, people dying left and right, but Jeffree got his own Louis Vuitton. Irony. And someone said, materialism looks boring. And so anyway, now somebody posted, by the way, Jeffree didn't make a custom piece, or Louis Vuitton didn't make a custom piece just for Jeffree. They'll make anything travel related for you if you have the money. More info here. And they linked this video, which I went and watched. But I already knew that. I just listened to a video the other day. I have a friend of mine that is very wealthy by some very kind of sad circumstances, had a family member that had passed away, and anyway, inherited a ton of money, and they've had custom pieces made by Louis Vuitton for years. This is nothing new. If you have enough money, Louis Vuitton will do anything for you. Like, they will literally, like, invent colors and whatever for you. You can actually get on their website, and it talks all about that on there. It's called personalization. So, Jeffree Star comes out in the video. Now, I will tell you what's interesting is on the video, he titles the video a $200,000 shopping spree, and I think people are missing that. They're thinking that, like, oh, Louis Vuitton wanted to team up with Jeffree Star. If Louis Vuitton was going to team up with Jeffree Star to come out with his own color and whatever, that would actually be part of their line. Like, you could walk into Louis Vuitton and you could ask for the Jeffree Star makeup trunk or makeup, whatever box you want to call that, hat box. I don't know how many hats you get. Is that a wig box? What are you putting in those wig? Anyway. That so reminds me of like 1940s Alfred Hitchcock, you know. But anyway, anybody can do that, you know what I mean? And I think like this is, to me, like, do I think it's cool? Sure, I think it's cool, you know? Do I think it's cool that he has all this custom-made stuff to the color that he wants? Yeah, I think that's very cool, right? But at the same time, it's like, this is your response. Like, this is really sad, okay? Had he not put in the title of the video, I'm canceled again, ... so I went on a $200,000 shopping spree. If he had just titled it, my $200,000 shopping spree, or I got this personalized Louis Vuitton luggage, or whatever, like, I would have been like, okay, that's, you know, whatever. It's Jeffree Star. It doesn't surprise me. But the fact that he is pulling views over being canceled because he was supposedly involved in hurting other people, and not just Trisha Paytas, okay, but many people, and statements from the past, and it's just like this joke, like, I'm canceled again, you know, the joke's going to be when you're canceled for good, if you really believe in cancellation, you know, the joke is going to be when you can't afford personalized Louis Vuitton because none of your businesses are making any money anymore, you know, and this is the thing that that is so sad to me is, you know, I'm not wealthy by any means. It's like, okay, I'm able to put a roof over, you know, my head, and my husband and I do okay, and, you know, we're able to travel and stuff like that, but I'm not wealthy by any means. But I would rather, you know, like, some of the moments of my life that I look back on that I was the happiest were actually when I had the least in my life. But I was always, like, surrounded by really, really good people, you know, and I feel blessed to have the friendships that I do. I don't have a lot of friends in my life. I have 3 or 4 really close friends, you know, and, but I know that I can trust them. I know that they're super loyal to me. You know, I mean, we have great times. You know, I feel like they're family to me. I feel like they're part of my chosen family. And it's like, I feel blessed for my husband and his family. It's like, it's kind of sad. Like, when you look back on your life, like I was telling somebody this last night, actually, because I do like a 12-step literature meeting on Monday nights on Zoom. And I was talking about how last month on my Peterisms channel, I did this like, this book by Rhonda Byrne called The Magic. And one of the things that you do on there is that you hold this rock, the magic rock, at the end of the day. And I was also talking about this in my vlog the other day. And then you go through all of the moments of your day, like all the good moments, and you pick out what the best moment is, you know? And it's been interesting because there's been like 3 or 4 nights a week that my best moment has been that very last moment, right before I go to sleep, when I'm laying in bed with my husband and my dogs, and Boo Radley, my little pup, is like on my chest, and he's just like looking into the fan because he loves how it feels on his little face, you know? Like, that's a moment that I wouldn't trade for any Louis Vuitton bag or any $200,000 car or any house in Wyoming. I wouldn't trade that for a second, you know? That's so, I think it's really kind of like a lost person. And I don't feel sorry for Jeffree Star, but I think it's sad. I think it's really, really sad, you know? That this is how he responds to being, it's just a joke, okay? And for anybody, I just want to say this right now, because I did say in my video the other day that I hope that all of these people have people around them that are taking care of them, that they're okay, and all that kind of stuff, because I've been getting a lot of comments from people that are like, oh, this is gonna, when you know, Shane Dawson this, and when Shane Dawson that, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, nobody cared when it was James. Nobody cared when it was Manny. And I don't think that that's okay, and I'm not using it as an excuse. What I'm saying is, I hope we've learned from those situations. You know, Manny MUA came out in a video and said that, on tweets, that he had to be hospitalized. You know, he went to the hospital. Like, you guys, these are some serious situations, right? But when people want to come to me and say that, okay, like, I hope all these people are getting help. I hope they're all getting what they need. But Jeffree Star putting a video out like this is just stirring up more of the drama. He's making a joke of being canceled. This is Shane Dawson's closest friend that Shane Dawson chose to stand by over Trisha Paytas. So when you guys are all worried about Shane, this is Jeffree's response to all of it. Just so you know, okay? Like, let's be real clear about that, right? And the other thing is, when Jeffree Star, you know, wants to come out in 2 weeks because it gets too hot in the kitchen, and he wants to come out and say, well, you know, blah, 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 this, or blah, 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 that. People, I don't know why people think it's so funny when I say blah, blah, blah. I don't know why. My mom used to say that for years. But, you know, when he wants to come out on the gold couch and do an apology because it's gotten too hot in the kitchen, and he knows that he has to deal with stuff, because Jeffree Star only comes out when he finally has to deal with something, right? And he comes out and he's like, you know, look, we need to talk about this. No. You had your opportunity, okay? And this was your opportunity. And instead you chose to put up a $200,000 shopping haul instead of addressing anything that had gone on. That's how I feel about it, all right? And let's just not forget when that comes down the road, because that will be coming down the road, and these are the opportunities for growth that he had that he chose not to take, okay? Instead of showing you who he is as a person in his heart and his soul, which I feel like he did in this video, instead he chose to show you his brand new Louis Vuitton pink trunk. Bump. So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that drama in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.